Mal Tillis, the star today on Country Music Time. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Perry. It's nice to. But if I can get it out, I'm going to tell you it's good to be here.
I knew you'd do it. Hey, the name of your band is the Statesiders, for the benefit of those few people that might not know it. How did the Statesiders get started? Where?
The name of it started on Okanawa.
Uh-huh.
I worked in a club over when I was in the Air Force at a club over in Washington, and it was called the Stateside Club. And usually you name your band after your first hit, and my first hit was named Wine, and my second one was Stateside,
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't very well name them
The Winos.
so I named the Stateside.
That's a good story. Where were you when you wrote Detroit City? Were you in the service?
Nashville.
You were out of the service then?
Right, I was home when I was sitting in my den watching my wife sew, and I had the idea, and there were some other people that were involved in it. Owen and Bradley actually gave me the idea to write about the migrants that went up from the south to Detroit to work, and a lot of them got up there and they couldn't find jobs and they were homesick, so along with Danny Deal, we sat down and wrote it one day.
Oh, and Bradley gave you the idea then, huh?
That's right.
Boy, that sure has become a standard in the industry. I guess it'll be around as long as there's country music.
Well, I hope so.
Mel, we were talking earlier about Detroit City, and I see no reason at all not to wrap the show out with it. What do you say?
Well, you know, Perry, if you'll do the talking on it, well, I'll do the singing, because we've only got about 3 minutes, okay?
You want me to do the middle of it?
Yes.
You got a deal. All right.
I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh Lord, I wanna go home. Last night I went to sleep in Detroit City, and I dreamed about those cotton fields back home. I dreamed about my mother, dear old papa, sister and brother, and I dreamed about the girls that's been waiting much too long. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh Lord, I wanna go home. Lord, the home folks think I'm a big man in Detroit City. From the letters that I write, they think I'm just fine. By day I make the cars, by night I'm making the bars. Lord, if only they could read between the lines.
'Cause you know, I rode a freight train north to Detroit City. And after all these years, I find I've just been wasting my time. But I'm gonna take my foolish pride and put it on a southbound freight and ride, and go back to those home folks that I left so very far behind.
I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh Lord, I wanna go home. Oh Lord, I wanna go home.
Got a hand. Sergeant Perry there. Good job.
Hey, I'm mighty pleasured to have done that with you, Mel. I really mean that.
Hey, you do all right, you know that.
You're not bad yourself.
You know, I might even hire me somebody to go along and do my talking.
Well, I still got a little while left in the Air Force.
Thank you, Perry. It's awfully nice to be here for the United States Air Force, which I used to be a member of.
I was watching you on a morning show here in Nashville yesterday morning, I believe Morning with Siegel. And I know you probably told this story a lot of times.
Right.
But I'd like for you to tell it for our audience about the time that you got robbed up here during the convention.
Oh, yeah. I had been conventioning pretty heavy. Friend of mine and myself, and we got tired and we just decided to check in. So we checked in the motel, and needless to say, in our tired condition, that we forgot to pull the door tight. And while we was in there sleeping, someone sneaked in and was going through my breeches.
Uh-huh.
And I woke up and caught him, and I stuttered a little bit, you know, and I couldn't get it out that we were being robbed. So I sang it out. I said, "Hey, Fluffo, get up! There's a robber in here stealing our money." And it scared the man off, and he didn't get anything, but that's the way it happened.
I think that's a classic. That's really something. Mel, how about another song from you right now?
I'd be happy to. How about Neon Rose?